So to get started off, we're going to move the design data form to the left-hand side of the screen. Now, if you've got multiple screens, you can simply move it onto an alternative screen if you wish. We are then going to zoom in to the area found on row 1, which it will include chainage 120 to chainage 140, so we can clearly see those areas on the screen. In the design data form, you need to have made sure that you've kept the templates entry being shown on screen. So if you haven't, make sure that you select it from the design data form on the left-hand side. The first thing you may notice is that the chainage range for the start and end of this particular entry far precede and exceed the actual chainages on our string. This is to make sure that we guarantee that the template will be applied regardless of what chainage range we're currently using. So if we did go ahead and change the alignment start chainage to say -100 or even more than that, this would make sure that we are guaranteed to cover the string with a template. Same goes with the end chainage as well. So if you never know what the start or end chainages are and they're not a specific requirement, you can apply some large values. Underneath, you can then see the template we've applied, which is currently set as row 1. Whenever we create a road string or a profile string, the only time that we can change the template that's being applied is through this form only. What we're going to do is to have a different template applied for the first 120 meters and then keep the road 1 template being applied for the remainder. What we're going to do is change on this entry the end chainage to 120, so 120. Now, as soon as we do that, a button will become available down the bottom, which is Add Update. This is basically an OK button. So go ahead and click on that now. As you do that, you'll see that the line work has been changed. However, the model, the surface model called Total Model or Auto Model, is still the same. In the Auto Model module, we just gave you a point about being able to click on this button at any point on the ribbon. What we do on the design data form is provide it for you. So if you do find that the model hasn't updated, you can, if you want to, click on the ribbon, but we do provide it for you down here. So it's sort of a two-stage process. Clicking on Add Update, then clicking on Auto Model. So what we want to have is our 2.5 meter wide footpath template being applied instead of road 1. So where we've got template name, we're going to click on the pull down. These are in the order of creation, so you'll notice your one is probably almost down the bottom. Once you've done that, click on Add Update, then to the left, click on Auto Model. And you can see there that the template has been updated. However, the slight problem we have is we have nothing being applied after chainage 120. So we're going to add a new template entry to continue the design of our string all the way through to the end. To add a new template entry, we can come across to the bottom left-hand corner of the form and click on Add Entry. We're going to type in the following. So the start chainage, well, that's 120. Don't know the end chainage, so we're simply going to type in a large number. The template we're applying is road 1. And for the time being, we're going to ignore merge. Come down to the bottom of the form, click on Add Update. You can see there the line work has updated, but the model hasn't, so we're going to click on Auto Model. If you look closely, you'll see that we have our template finishing at 120, and then we have what looks like a fairly generic transition going through back down to our row 1 template. Now we need to look at how that's controlled and how that's set up using something called section sample lines. Go ahead and click on the top right hand corner of the form to close it down.